10, 9, 8, 7,
Power
6,
off.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, hello. I am your host, Sword Vasily. Give me a second to get the camera. Got a camera English issue here. Sorry, hang on one second. Come on. Work with me. There we go. Just a tad bit more. There we go. Alright, tonight is Redemption Night, and I'm gonna hopefully this will work for you. So, we redeemed the pink. I know it's kind of hard to see, I'm sorry. But I am all pink. Hopefully you can kind of sort of see it. But yeah, that was the Redemption Night. You see, yes, you do see two of me. So over on the left is my pink hair, and then down on the right is just me. So I wanted to be able to, so you could see your forehead in the bottom left, and a small square on the right. Yep, that's to show you the pink hair I have tonight. Unfortunately, that's the webcam doesn't really show the pink hair like I thought it would, but there you go. Now I have pink hair for tonight. And I have pink hair in my beard, but it just didn't show up like I thought it would on the webcam. So, yeah. So that's that. I mean, I could actually show you what the webcam looks like before I actually zoomed in to try to show you more. It looks purple. Yeah, it does. More purple than pink. It's like a dark pink color. And it's probably because my hair is dark. If it was lighter hair, it would probably be different. Let's see. So if I zoom out, let me just show you what it looked like. See, if I zoom out here, enough. Oops. See there. Here, I'll do that. And at least see. And then you can sort of see it, but still not really see it that great. But we did the resumption of the purple pinkish hair. Yes, it washes out in one shampoo. We have silver. I don't know how well that's going to work either. But yeah. If I zoom in, maybe you can kind of see it. But yeah, so that's why I have the webcam over here so you can see more of the purplish. And then I put it, I'm just for tonight, that's why we have two webcams. But hey, Smiland, how you doing? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Movie trivia night. Everybody put in your hello if you're here. We're going to kind of wait on movie trivia night because I don't think we have enough to actually make it a fair round. So we're going to wait right now. If we get more people, we might switch over to movie trivia, but we'll start with What the Dub, the interaction game. I think you guys will have a lot of fun with it. I played one round. I enjoyed it. There's a little quirky part to it, but I think we'll still have a lot of fun with it. So let me load it up. All right, here we go. So what you'll need is you'll need a phone, or you'll need to go to the website for What the Dub.
Get comfy. It's time for What the Dub.
So I've got everything all set up. I did put in options. I did put in no bad words. So that should work for us. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new game.
Let the dubs begin. Head to playwtd.com.
So first thing you want to do is go to playwtd.com. Oh wait, I need to go to options. Hang on. I guess I have to do this each time. Don't go there yet. Let me set up something. Oh, I guess I gotta go back. Let me quit. Let me go to options really quick and set up one thing. Gameplay settings. I put it the time to allow it you to put in answers. Welcome to What the Dub. What the Dub bots. Yep, that actually is a known bot. That actually is part of the game, so that's good. Yeah, so you'll see I have bad words filtered as all of them to be off, so we'll see how that works. Hopefully that should work pretty good for us. I'm going to turn off... I have that turned off. Why is it... Oh. Ah, there we go. Okay. Wouldn't let me in. Alright. So if everybody wants to go to playwtd.com, where we'll start.
It's game time. Everyone head to playwtd.com and enter your room code.
Let me know when you're there, and I'll put up the room code so everybody can see it. Okay, you're there. All right, there's your code. So give yourself a name. I will let you know that it only lets so many characters. Sword of Astley was too long; it cut off my name. So I'm going to be SOA. So as long as it's I think you'll be fine as long as you have less than, well, Sword of Astley. It cut off the last letter, so as long as you're less than that, it would be fine. Alright, so there we go. Anybody else want to get in? Last chance before we start the game. Oh, game's starting. I didn't even hit
Welcome to What the Dub. The rules are simple. Each round, a video will play with missing dialogue. Each player enters their wittiest replacement dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on.
And we have 1 minute to answer, so.
Round 1.
Law enforcement used to be so simple. In the good old days? Yeah.
Now you have to put in your own answer.
Law enforcement used to be so simple. In the good old days? Yeah.
And then it's gonna pop
Give
in
it
the
your
as you
best
put in
shot
your
and
answer. So you
enter
just
your
type it in,
dub.
and then we'll vote. You can't hear what he said? Well, I don't know what to tell you because it's... Auntie Leanne, can you hear it? Smiley Aunt? Sorry. Oh, okay. And you had to click submit.
Better hurry.
You got 10 seconds. It said, law used to be more simple. By this time, nowadays we have to.
Law enforcement used to be so simple.
Sorry about
In the
that.
good old days? Yeah.
We used to ride horse to catch robbers.
Vote for your favorite dub.
So now you got to vote for which, by entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 in the chat. Which one? I was the only one that answered, I guess. So you can actually put it in Twitch chat to vote. See how I just voted? So you can actually put your vote in Twitch chat.
Better hurry.
I'm gonna boost the mic, the audio here in a second.
You're as fit as a butcher's dog, kid. Way to go.
Thank you for the vote.
Look who's in the weeds. Tough up, Jack.
Is the sound now better? Or is it still too loud? Or do I need to turn down the music?
Round 2.
Hey, Judy, how about a couple of eggs this morning? Hey, Judy, how about a couple of eggs this morning?
Okay, sounds good.
Time to let your ambitions soar. Enter your dub.
And I'll move my camera, fix that web camera issue in a minute. On the next stream.
Hey, Judy, how about a couple of eggs this morning?
I didn't have time.
Hey, Judy, how about a couple of eggs this morning?
Sorry, we have no eggs this morning, only flapjack.
Hey, Judy, how about a couple of eggs this morning?
Ha 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 dear, get your own.
Vote now, or forever hold your peace.
So now you can vote in Twitch if you want to just do it there by typing 1, 2, or 3. And you can vote for your own if you want. Although, if you vote in Twitch, we'll know if you voted, well, might have voted it for your own.
Hurry up.
There you go. Oh. Well, there you go.
You're a real fake out, buddy.
Oh,
Clown
nicely done that
Town.
one.
Someone's got it made in the shade. Grab your martini glass. Next up is the final round.
You really have convinced me.
Now, how about you?
You really have convinced me.
Now, how about you?
Hey, Greg Mick, how's
Enter
it
your
going?
dub.
As you can see, Greg, I did the redeeming. I know it's hard to see, but I dyed my hair pink. Move a little closer there so you can... More like fuchsia, but...
You really have convinced me.
Of course I did. Logic, my dear friend.
Now, how about you?
And Greg, you can vote, but for the answers in Twitch, you just
You
would hit
really
1, 2, or
have
3.
convinced me.
I told you apples are better than oranges.
Hey, Pebbles, how's it going? Alright, we'll be switching over to movies review. You got enough people
How about you?
after this round.
You really have
Or we can
convinced
keep up if people
To
want
go
to
to
keep
the
doing
movies.
this.
Now, how about you?
Vote or don't. The choice is yours.
I hear you, Greg. Alright, so now we gotta vote once. Anybody in Twitch can vote. If they didn't get in, they just have to push 1, 2, or 3. I did, you know, and I typed in a cartoon laugh.
Hustle, hustle. You take the egg, baby. Winner, winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Look who's in the ketchup. Try harder, pal.
To go to movies. How about you? That's pretty funny. I like that one. Of course I did. Logic, my dear friend. Oh,
And
audience.
here's our
Me.
winner.
Yay! The winner is drumroll.
You're a certified dreamboat. Yowza.
Okay, so the question is, do we want to... Oh, that was
Look
nice.
who's stinking up the joint.
now.
Wowza.
That's not nice. Okay, so the question is, do we want to switch over? Or does everyone want to try this round one time?
Congratulations. And to everyone else, you disappoint me.
I kind of thought that would be a correct answer that they would throw in there, but I guess not. Alright, Pebbles, do you want to get on it? What do you think?
All right, grab some friends, head to playwtd.com.
Pebbles, would you want to
and
play?
enter your
Would you
room
want to try
code.
What the Dub? It's basically simple. We watch a little clip, they stop it, we put in the punchline in the clips, and then we all vote for the answers, and whoever gets the most votes wins. If we want to go over to round 2 review trivia, we can do that. As you can see, I'm myself, so it is going to be a little slower as far as keeping points and all that. So I want to make sure we're all in agreement on which we're doing. Let me know in chat. What do you think, Pebbles? If you want to join in, if you want to play this one, you have to go to playwtd.com and you have to log in once I give you the room code. Greg Mick, what do you think? Alright, let's do one more round. Just to see if we get Bob or Raywin come or Alurin to come in, and then at that point we decide we can just start without him. How about that? So here's the code. So just change your room number to that code, and then just hit play, and then it should put you in. And I won't enter until everybody is entered in. All right, anybody else want to enter in? You just go to playwtd.com. Here, let me move my webcam so you guys can see that. Actually, we'll just take this one off. Anybody else want to get in on it? You'll have to be able to watch the stream and be able to type in your answers. So the easiest way to do this would be have 2 tabs on your browser up. Anybody else? Last chance before I enter. Alright, I'm going to enter, and then if anybody wants to just vote in the chat, they can vote when it's time for voting. It'll be 1 through 3. And then, like I said, we're just seeing if Allure or Bob come in, and then we'll decide after this game if we want to go into another game or wait for them some more.
The rules are simple. Each round... So many dubs, so little time. Let's get into it.
Why have you come to Castle Von Lepp? What do you want here? Why have you come to Castle Von Lepp? What do you want here?
Alright, so now it's where you put in your answer.
Kid. Enter your dub.
Why have you come to Castle Von Lepp? What do you want here?
I want to meet Count Dracula and eat his cereal.
Why have you come to Castle Von Lepp? What do you want here?
Some respect and for you to take a bath.
Why have you come to Castle Von Lepp? What do you want here?
A cheeseburger with ketchup only and fries. Give me a milkshake as well.
What did you think was the best? Vote!
Alright, so you can vote in chat by putting 1, 2, or 3.
You're almost out of time. Kid, you're slicker than snot on a doorknob. High score!
Nicely done, Aowen. I actually thought that was Smiley Ant.
You got a face for radio, kid.
So if you want to do the sound effects, by the way, it's up in the top
Singers
right-hand
next.
corner when you're
Let's take
answering.
it
It says
home.
SFX.
No time to waste. Enter your dub now. Time's running out.
Pizza delivery and you get a complimentary toy water gun. Open up and raise your hands. I can smell you. Come out. We have you surrounded.
Round's over. Let's vote.
Oh, that's a good one. that was funny. Oh, that was funny. Is the voting too long? Should I turn it down from 30 seconds down to less? I'm assuming the typing in a minute is long enough. Yes to both, or?
Someone can't cut the mustard. Whew. Wow, you're just too much.
That was too good. Good job, Violet. Quickly taking a commanding lead.
Grab your martini glass. Next up.
Uh-oh,
is the
final
final
round.
Then if I am not to be killed, why did you fire at me in the city? Then if I am not to be killed, why did you fire at me in the city?
Show him you're not just a pretty face.
Okay, I'll have to
Enter
change. I
your
can't
dub.
change it mid-round. Oh boy. Yeah. Wow. This one's a little harder.
You're almost out of time.
Okay, so this will be the last one. Pebbles, are you still here, Greg Beck? If you are, please put it in chat. Because if you guys are here and we still have two, we'll be ready to switch over.
Why did you fire at me in the city?
Because you took my raspberry, chocolate chip ice cream cone.
Then if I am not to be killed, why did you fire at me in the city?
Because only you can prevent forest fires.
Time to place your vote, folks.
Sorry about that, Eowyn. You're still typing. I think we ran out of time.
Time's running out.
I distracted you. That was my fault.
You're on a roll. Hot points. Better luck next time, ankle biter.
I can turn off those comments, the snide comments, if you want to turn those off
And
too.
the
but-
winner is...
Hey! It's not rigged at all, I promise.
You're as fit
It's
as
not
a
rigged.
butcher's dog, kid. Way to go! Someone is cruising for a bruising in last place.
He's just rude. Okay, Pebbles, are you here? Type yes if you're here. Greg Mick, if you're
Congrats
ready
to
for
our
a
winner.
round
You
for
won,
trivia.
and they lost. Never let them forget that.
Click here. The comments are funny. Okay, so Pebbles and Greg Mick, are you here? If you're here and you're ready to play movie trivia, we'll go ahead and start. If not, we're gonna go into another round. Is five movies per round, is that a good amount, or should we go a little higher, or I just want to make sure we had enough people to play the movie trivia night. So if we don't have, we gotta have at least 3 people have to say yes before. I don't think I would go higher. Okay. You gotta have at least 3 people saying they're ready for movie trivia night before you're going to movie trivia night. Let me...
I gotta agitate the gravel, but I'll see you next time on What the Dub!
Alright, I'm just coming into options to look at something really quick. Is the music too loud or anything? Or is it all good? We said that we were going to change, though, the voting. So, 15 seconds for voting? I still think 1 minute's good for putting your answer in, right? Do we need to have it repeat the clip before we type in the answer? 20 seconds? I don't think I can go 20. It's 15 or 30. But I think 15 is probably good there. We could either do the repeating it, what we need to type, or we don't have to repeat that. What do you guys think? Two is good for repeating. Okay. Alright, I think that's good. We'll try that. Since someone said yes to movie trivia night, since we don't have a total of 3 people, we're gonna go ahead and do another round of What the Dub.
Alright, grab some friends, head to playwtd.com.
So there's your code.
Enter your room code.
If you want to get in, just type in join at playwtd.com and type in that room code. Alright, I'm gonna move my webcam since we did the purple coloring. There we go. I think we'll do that. Alright, how's that? Is webcam look good? You guys can all see the purple, freaking purplish color? Yeah. Alright, I need to put in the room code. Alright, there we go. So we're in. It's just weird, it doesn't let me start the game. You'd think it would let me. Okay, why isn't it starting? There we go, now it's starting. That's something I can't control.
Welcome to What the Dub! The rules are simple. Each round, a video will play with missing dialogue. Each player enters their wittiest replacement dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on the best one. The player with the highest score at the end of the game wins! Another round of What the Dub is coming at you.
What's worrying you, John?
This is gonna be good.
What's worrying you, John?
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
Oh, and Twitch can vote, by the way. In Twitch, in the chat, you can vote for what you want us, the next clip you want us to see. So you can vote right now, 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, 6 while we're answering, and that will let you choose which video we're going to see next.
Hustle! Hustle!
Which is what the dub said.
What's worrying you, John?
The aliens are coming to take over my job and my wife won't know what to do with me.
What's worrying you, John?
I don't know if I remembered to turn off the stove.
Everyone's a critic.
Sorry,
you.
Owen.
Time
You have to
vote.
remember, you do lose 5 seconds, so you did kind of have to type it fast.
You're almost out of time.
I'm sorry about that. I think that's because of the delay, so you gotta think. Yeah, you'll probably have to. I can add an extra time if you want, but I can't do it mid-round. But yeah,
word.
you lose 10 seconds because of the delay.
You're headed to Nowheresville, kid. Try harder.
Aww. No one liked my reverse. I left the stove on. Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned that.
Round 2.
Hello? This is Jim. Let's go down to Sam's and get a hamburger. Hello? This is Jim. Let's go down to Sam's and get a hamburger.
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub.
Like when you hear that, I think that means that we're getting short on time. Oh, everybody got in.
Hello? This is Jim. Let's go down to Sam's and get a hamburger.
We had hamburger last night. Let's do pizza.
Hello? This is Jim. Let's go down to Sam's and get a hamburger.
Hamburger. I only like hot dogs.
Hello? This is Jim. Let's go down to Sam's and get a hamburger.
Sorry, I am allergic to hamburgers. I would rather have a stinky milkshake.
Which dub did you like best? Vote now! Hurry up!
Hurry up!
You're a certified dreamboat. Yowza!
Yowza! Ouch. Hit myself.
Grab your martini glass. Next up is the final round.
Wow, we're already at the final round.
Hey, why don't girls be prize fighters? Hey, why don't girls be prize fighters?
No time to waste. Enter your dub now.
Wow, everybody got it in.
Hey, why don't girls be prize fighters?
We know how to move.
Hey, why don't girls be prize fighters?
I can do it without breaking a nail. Come on, let's try it.
Hey, why don't girls be prize fighters?
And prize fighters be cheerleaders.
Time to place your vote, folks.
Place that vote. You can do it in chat or you can do it. If you're playing, you can do it via the website. If you're not,
Just
you can
vote
just
already.
vote in Twitch.
Two thumbs down. Poignant and funny. You have a gift.
MP, no problem. All good.
And here's our winner.
The winner drum roll. I win! Woohoo!
You take the egg, baby. Winner, winner.
Oh, I'm the loser.
Someone can't cut the mustard.
I'm the loser today.
Brains, brawn, good looks, and hot dubs. Our winner has it all. Let's give him a hand.
It wins. The winner, Leanne's the smelly diplomat. I'm the loser. Alright, I have to come out to change the options. Hang on.
Time to beat feet. See you next time on What the Dub.
Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna go into options. Just gonna change. What was I gonna change? I was gonna change something. Now I forgot what I was gonna change. What was I gonna change? I don't remember what I was gonna change. Does anybody? You guys remember? I don't remember either. I might have just broke that. We'll see. Alright, well, we're just gonna go with it.
Let the dubs begin. Head to playwtd.com and enter your room
There's
code.
code. Alright, sounds good. Everyone, we'll do one more.
Welcome to What the Dub. The rules are simple. Each round.
Here we go.
Round 1.
What are you going to do with your 10,000? If we get it. What are you going to do with your 10,000? If we get it.
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
What are you going to do with your 10,000? If we get it.
Hire a maid and clean up these cobwebs.
What are you going to do with your 10,000? If we get it.
I am going by a trip to Italy.
What are you going to do with your 10,000? If we get it.
10,000? You crook, you said 50,000.
What did you think was the best? Vote!
I don't even know who Richard Long is, but I'm glad you do like him.
Time's running out.
Have you seen that movie? It looks like it might be a good movie. Now you have to look it up.
You're a sight for sore eyes. Yikes. You flipped the script on that one. Great work.
He was on Big Valley. Gotcha. He looked familiar.
Round 2.
No, darling, you mustn't cry anymore. Now, cheer up.
I feel like we've seen that.
No, darling, you mustn't cry anymore. Now, cheer up.
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub. You're almost out of time.
No, darling, you mustn't cry anymore. Now, cheer up.
Santa is real, but the Easter Bunny, well.
No, darling, you mustn't cry anymore. Now, cheer up.
Santa Claus is real, I was just kidding.
We all think Santa Claus.
No, darling, you mustn't cry anymore. Now, cheer up.
I'm going to be Santa Claus for you.
We all chose
Round's
Santa
over.
Claus.
Let's vote.
That's funny.
Better hurry.
I voted for the wrong one. Whoops.
This top dog is hip to the jive. Look at him
Ooh.
go.
I'm hip to the jive. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Someone is cruising for a bruising in last place. Grab your
Final
martini
round.
glass. Next up is the final round.
The final countdown.
How long do you think it takes the average person How long do you think it takes the average person
Time to let your ambitions soar. Enter your dub.
How long do you think it takes the average person
To realize this isn't a house.
Huh.
How long do you think it takes the average person
To realize that this is not what you ordered.
How long do you think it takes the average person
To open a record player?
Vote now or forever hold your peace. You're almost out of time. Slick here lands a big tickle and clinches the round. And the winner is...
Not rigged, I promise.
One word. Wow.
Thank you for votes. Thank you for the votes.
Wow. What a disappointment you turned out to be.
There you go.
Losers, please take a moment to admire the winner's brilliance.
Alright, give me a second. I'm trying to find something. Hey, when are you going to take a break? Alright, sounds good. I will let the girls do one more. Okay, so we're gonna do one more? Okay. Give me a second. Let me get back to what's up. Okay, here we go. Do play again.
Why ruin a good thing? Let's keep it rolling.
So just hit play and you should be able to get right back
Quiet on
in. Did
set. Another round is coming up.
that not work?
Hey, why don't we have a last gala weekend celebrating your bachelorhood? Let's...
I don't think you guys get in, did you? No. Let me try it again. Sorry. It said just replay it, but it didn't seem to work. Let's try it again.
It's game time. Everyone head
All right,
to
there you go.
playwtd.com and enter your room code.
Try it again. Just do a refresh. You should be able to get in now. Sorry about that. Alright, so you guys are waiting for me. 1 second. Sorry, I lost my screen. Ah. There you go. Alright, I'm in. They were just waiting for it to start. There we go.
Welcome to What the Dub. Break a leg, kid. Here comes the next round.
It seems my wife and I are always arguing. It seems my wife and I are always arguing.
Enter your dub.
It seems my wife and I are always arguing.
Why are you getting rid of all of my stuff?
It seems my wife and I are always arguing.
I tell her the aliens left the Toliet seat up last night.
It seems my wife and I are always arguing.
How can we plan a date night for them?
Everyone's a critic, including you. Time to vote. You're almost out of time. You flipped the script on that one. Great work. Check out this last place loser. Total square.
Okay.
Round two.
Round two.
George Cooper is a scientist. He's putting in the electronic brain at the research center. George Cooper is a scientist. He's putting in the electronic brain at the research center.
I was going for the title.
Give it your best shot and enter your dub.
George Cooper is a scientist. He's putting in the electronic brain at the research center.
You mean a computer? It better not be an Apple. Computer, or I am out of here.
Okay, that was weird. Why did it...
George Cooper is a scientist. He's
Split
putting
up
in the
my-
electronic brain at the research center.
Good, maybe he can fix my brain too.
George Cooper is a scientist. He's putting in the electronic brain at the research center.
Maybe he could use your brain. You aren't using it.
Ooh.
Vote. or
Ooh,
The choice
snap!
is
That
yours.
was a good one.
Hustle! Hustle! Better a witty fool than a foolish wit, huh? You're as fit as a butcher's dog, kid. Way to go!
Final round. Here we go.
Next up is the final round.
Oh, impossible. Oh, impossible.
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub.
Yeah, he did say impossible. Sorry.
Oh, impossible.
It's impossible to fight a dragon with a cheeseburger as well. Does that gate open?
Oh, impossible.
Every knows you dunk your Oreos in milk.
Oh, impossible.
I must insist to see the lady for we are to be married.
Which dub did you like best? Vote now!
I know which one I like best.
You're almost out of time. Wow, you're just too much.
Wow. Not enough points to scare ahead.
And here's our winner.
Drumroll. Congratulations, they win.
Kid, you're slicker than snot on a doorknob. High score! You really dropped the ball there, Gizmo. Wow! Our winner has destroyed the competition. This loss will certainly shame them and their families for generations to come.
There we go. On that note, the girls are going to bed. Good night. Have a good night. Night, Rachel and Abigail. Love ya.
Time to put an egg in your shoe and beat it. See you next time.
We're just gonna quit this for right now until Eowyn comes back. Hang on one second. You got it. Alright, we're gonna put this on. Hopefully this will work. And maybe we'll just watch this for the rest of the night. We'll see. Hopefully this will work. I really don't know if it's gonna work. We'll see. Hang on one second. Alright, now let me put on the... It's not working. Oh, because it needs to go up at the top. Hello? Working. That's interesting. Hang on, give me a second. That'll work. All right. Good. Good deal. Stretch it here. If this is the right thing, I think it might be. We'll see. Hopefully it is. The Japanese sword. Soul of the Samurai. We'll see if this is right. If it's not right, I'm gonna change it, but I think it's right.
It was the year 712
this is
AD
right.
when Ono Yasumaru, by command of the emperor, put in writing the ancient history of Japan, which until
He's
that
taking
time
his
had
order.
been handed down strictly by word of mouth.
It's the first McDonald's menu.
In this chronicle of ancient events, known as the Kojiki, we find that swords played a prominent role in the lives of the mythical gods.
This is
or
our
kami,
redemption
as
of the
Japanese
sword
refer to
documentary.
them. The Kojiki tells us that one of the highest of these kami, Susanoo no Mikoto,
He looks angry.
slew an 8-headed dragon.
Ooh, 8-headed dragon.
With the dragon dead, he found in its tail the most important blade of all. Legend tells us that this very same blade was later used by Yamato Takeru no Mikoto as he passed over the plains of
That's a
Yaizu,
long name.
located in what today is the Japanese prefecture of Shizuoka.
Okay, this is 24 minutes, so we're gonna watch
Then,
this
at
for
a given
24
signal,
minutes.
they set fire to the grass, hoping to burn the prince to death. Quickly, the prince unsheathed his sword and mowed down the grass around him. At this, the fire changed direction and made his adversaries flee in fright for their lives. Even today, this sword carries the name Grass Mower and is enshrined in the Atsuta
Grass
Shrine
mower?
near Nagoya, Japan. It is the second of the 3 sacred symbols of Shinto, once the national religion of Japan. The earliest known swords, other than those of the mythical gods, are found in the dolmens or tombs of the ancient Yamato people, who are believed to have inhabited Japan between the 2nd and 8th centuries AD. As Japan developed, so did the sword. Even blades produced over 1,000 years ago had attained a high standard of quality.
Indeed.
This quality continued to improve up to and during the Kamakura period, from 1190 until 1337, the beginning of Japan's Middle Ages.
I chose this
During
because of
era,
Chorachikai,
the
which is
sword
from
reached
Star
its
Trek.
peak of perfection. Its
This was the best one I
quality
could
has never been
find.
surpassed to this day.
And can you imagine sharpening a sword by brick?
Because of the ever higher esteem placed on these blades, there slowly evolved around them a kind of mystical veneration. In fact, Ieyasu Tokugawa, one of the most influential leaders in Japanese history, wrote in his legacy, "The girded sword is the living soul of the samurai." The samurai were among the ruling classes of Japan, lower in rank only to the imperial family and the feudal lords of the provinces. Theirs was a life of great responsibility, not only to themselves, to the liege lord they were pledged to serve, but also to the common people they were pledged
It's interesting, their style is very linear, pointed in their drawings. Ooh, intense battle going
We
on
find
there.
almost exact parallels can be drawn between these samurai and the Christian knights of the Western world's Middle Ages. The Arthurian knight held sacred any oath he made upon his sword. Since its hilt formed a cross, any vow made upon it was to him the same as swearing on the holy cross itself. The samurai, in practicing his moral code, known as
What are we watching? We're watching a
practiced
sword
same kind of
documentary.
reverence
This is
toward
the
this
documentary on how
was
samurai
not
swords were
only a
made.
weapon of war,
And it's the best
but was
documentary on
also a
swords I
symbol
could
of
find.
great moral and
But
religious
it's more so because of the voice, which
Between
is
the samurai and his
George
blade
Takai,
was formed
who
a
was
binding
played in
spiritual
Star
union
Trek.
of man and steel. Next to his honor, A samurai warrior considered his blade his most valued possession. A samurai cleaned his sword daily. He would polish it with rice paper to prevent any possible stains or rust. An honorable samurai embodied in his sword the supreme concept of honor.
He was
and
Sulu
manhood.
in Star Trek.
He looked on it as a mirror of his soul. He felt it reflected his true nature and the spirit.
He
of
was
his
like the
personality,
navigator of the
and
Enterprise.
was aware that through it, people would be quick to judge his character.
He's
He would go to the
86
shrine
86 years old
and
now.
pray that his sword would remain untarnished, and that he would use it only as the strict code of the blade might demand, thereby keeping his soul as he wants all to know it. For a samurai to break this code of the blade could mean only disgrace or death.
Yep, that I knew.
Still under the spell of the shrine, a samurai pauses at a swordsmith's gate. The sounds reaching his ears make him aware.
I found it
of the
incredible
religious
how they make
ritual
this
that is
sword.
beginning behind the closed doors of the forge. The smiths, dressed in their ceremonial robes, begin their work with prayers and offerings, asking the Shinto god of swords that they be purified and made worthy of the task which lies before them.
Silly,
They pray
but
the blade they are about to produce will be as close to perfection as is humanly possible, and with the god's aid may even approach in quality and spirituality that greatest blade of all, grass mower. These prayers are said with
Rush
all
mower.
fervor. At last, ready physically.
Glad I
and
didn't take that as my
spiritually, the smiths light
Twitch
the
name.
forge from the altar.
Grass
It may
mower.
take them months, or even years, to complete a single blade.
Man,
The
years.
smiths are fully aware that they are about
You imagine
to
working on
produce more
a sword
than
for a
weapon.
whole year.
They are producing a soul in steel, a symbol that will guide some young, eager samurai throughout his life. What they cannot realize is the strong moral influence this blade will have not only on this young samurai, but also on countless other men for many generations.
Yeah, that is a long time. I mean, if you think about it,
With the
I don't even
forge
know.
built up to the
Let
proper
look it up,
temperature,
because I'm
the master
curious what the
smith
average
and his
time
two
is.
assistants begin the actual work by heating and hammering separately the three types of iron ore needed.
And actually, if you go in my Discord, I have the steps
The
on.
ores are worked over
Every
and over.
main channel is a step.
During this process,
And if you go into my
carbon
Discord, I
priming
explain the
technique
whole
is carefully controlled,
what it takes to make a sword.
adding carbon in one case and removing it in the others. This, at a later stage, is an important factor in producing
They
the
say it
various
takes
parts.
now it takes about roughly. I'm gonna be conservative. Let's say 14 hours. Obviously, depending on it. Now, if decent looking sword says it takes 24 hours.
type of iron
The
is
really
then
delicate ones
flattened
could take 2 days,
and broken
or even
into
possibly
small
3 to 5. So maybe a week at the
These
most.
pieces, placed on a spatula in various
For the
combinations,
really
will
delicate
produce
and
metals of different characteristics when again fused into one. This process also removes any remaining impurities. The completed puzzle is then covered with straw ash and a watery clay. This covering, like the lid on a frying pan, helps keep a constant heat.
it's
throughout
better
the
than yours.
steel as it is
You're not
being
wrong, Smiley Ant. You're not wrong. Look at that.
This firing and refiring of the various combinations will be repeated again and again.
And to think, other swords. I mean, obviously, samurai had more religious tones in making a sword, but think about it. Back then,
The
all these
master's
swords.
disciples help
I mean,
him pound and
pretty much the
fold
same
metal,
technique.
repeating the process several times.
And granted,
until the
today
texture
we
is
use a lot of
even
those
throughout,
techniques, but
and the
we've
quality of
refined
steel
them.
desired for each type is obtained.
I say we. I've never made a sword.
This method of hammering,
I own a sword,
doubling
but-
back, and forge welding, practiced since prehistoric times, draws out all
I own 2
flaws.
swords, as a matter of fact.
The toughness of the
2
finished
daggers.
product is controlled by how many times a bar is hammered out and welded back on itself.
Actually, 1 dagger now. Sorry. I did have 2, but I only have 1 now. I forgot about that.
The smiths have employed the most laborious and best methods known to produce the several different types of steel. Now, one steel
That's
will
insane.
be hammered into the fine cutting edge. The others will form the back, the core, and the handle of the blade. Another will be produced, which will eventually bind the others together into the finished masterpiece, and the whole will be polished to a mirror-like sheen.
And to think this has been passed down from generations on how to make the sword. It's
The
not
work
like
is
they had
long and
instructions.
arduous. It
I mean, I guess I
demands
could
the
write it
absolute
down, but
devotion of the smiths, as well as all the artistic talent their hands and minds can give. Strained from concentration, the master prays silently, again asking the gods' guidance in this exacting task. His mind recalls the legend of Kokaji, one of Japan's greatest sword makers. One day long ago, Kokaji was brought before the emperor's chamberlain and was presented an imperial proclamation telling him of a dream the emperor had.
that face always creeps me out.
He was reminded how it was well known that only he, Kokaji, could possibly make a sword that would be worthy of duplicating the emperor's dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor Kokaji,
Exactly,
having
smelling
been
it.
commanded
You
by
really
the
hope it
emperor
make
to
it right.
such a blade, shut himself up in his forge to pray. He prayed for many days, asking the gods to enlighten
Because if it's not, I
Where,
mean,
he
samurais, if it's not
will
made
I
right,
ever
they
be able to
believe
find
that
an
they
assistant
cursed or
skillful
something, I
enough
guess.
to help me in such a monumental task.
You know,
The gods,
America.
hearing his
Oh, it didn't
prayer
work out.
and
Throw it
thinking him
away.
worthy,
Or
agreed
melt
that
it down.
one of them should appear and be his assistant.
It'd be interesting. I wonder if samurai swords in Japan are still made that way, or if they're all commercialized now. I mean, swords are pretty much third world country battle-wise. I don't think they're really used for battle very much anymore. I don't know. I have to look that up. They're no longer used in combat of whole varieties. They're still used in honorary capacities.
And then his
Right.
own,
I mean, like,
Ogichi,
yeah, like
a
military
little
uses
fox
it.
on the handle. In honor of the god,
Yep.
this sword has always been known as the Little Fox Blade. This legend has been an inspiration to all Japanese swordsmiths, and the story was quick to find a permanent place in the repertoire of the Japanese theater. With the metal again heated to the required temperature,
You know, I don't know if you've ever
Master
seen
Smith's
Forged in
mind
Fire.
returns to the work at hand.
It's a
Now
Discovery
heated,
show.
The whole is refined and fired some 13
Hang on 1 second.
times. It is then lengthened and
Forged in Fire. It's actually kind of a cool show. I mean, there's a lot of drama, obviously, but it's pretty cool because it actually the whole thing is these are master swordsmen and they make swords. They have challenges by master swords. So if you haven't seen Forged in Fire, I haven't watched it for a while. I want to get back into it. I highly recommend it. And another one has nothing to do with swords, but I highly recommend Duck Dynasty Family Treasures. You can only watch one show for free on Fox Nation, but it's very entertaining. But yeah, Forged in Fire, if you haven't seen that, I definitely recommend it. I watched it. I watched the whole season, like binged watched it. I don't know, last year. I haven't watched it since then. I think I watched too many at one time. But yeah.
and refined even more as it is slowly shaped.
I wish they would do a How It's Made of Swords, but they haven't ever done that yet. I don't think How It Made is even doing shows anymore.
This rod the smiths have so painstakingly formed is now cut at 50 centimeters, or approximately 20 inches. Then it is cooled, weighed, and inspected for flaws. Now
Can you
the
imagine
decision
that?
must be made. Is this blade worth continuing, or must it be scrapped and the whole process begun again?
1 second.
After careful inspection,
I'll type it in chat, but I'll tell you too. Forged in Fire. On Discovery Channel. I want to see if How It's Made also is still making. No, How It's Made only went up to 2019. I really like that show. You know what? Actually, we could probably watch The Forged in Fire. It's on YouTube. You could do that after this, if you're up for it.
The master feels he is, at this point, on the way to producing a fine blade. So he attaches a steel manufactured for the handle to the main rod and continues the shaping process.
Actually, that one I don't know. I'll have to check on that one if we could. Oh.
Then the tip or point of the blade
Yes.
is formed. The work of firing and hammering is repeated as the rod is slowly stretched to the length of the finished blade. Now the smith will take the rod to a vise where he shaves.
Yeah, no, I
and
couldn't do that
files
one.
it
This is
into
the only
the
one
first
I wouldn't be able to
rough
do
form
Forged
of
Fire.
blade.
We might be able to do that on our Discord on a different night, though.
When this step has been completed, it will be taken to the grinding stone where all the rough edges will be smoothed away. Then the master smith will retire to another building to prepare the blade for tempering. Here, in a spotlessly clean room, the master will cover the blade with various layers of clay, which he blends according to his
Wow.
own secret formulas.
Crazy.
Slowly, meticulously, the clays will be applied in a prescribed manner which has been used by the master's family for generations. This extreme secretiveness has been the biggest obstacle in the development of the swordmaker's art. A master smith would not even tell his eldest son, who would carry on his work, the most intricate parts of his formula until he lay on his deathbed. If he died unexpectedly, his secrets died with him, and his son could only experiment until he too found the right combinations. Of all the secret processes, probably the most closely guarded is the tempering, for which the blade is now being prepared. During the final tempering, the clay-covered blade will be once again subjected to fire and water. At this time, the steel will become extremely hard along the cutting edge where the clay is thinnest. If the blade is sharpened and cared for correctly, this fine edge will remain long beyond the life of its owner. At the same time, the thicker layers of clay will cause the remainder of the blade to retain a certain amount of softness and flexibility. While the master is preparing the blade, his assistants are readying the forge. The fire pit is thoroughly cleaned, but some of the fire originally started from the altar candle is carefully set aside to be used in lighting the new charcoal.
Yeah, exactly, that's why it takes years, yep.
The charcoal used in tempering will be cut much smaller than that used for the other processes. It requires 3 years of training for an apprentice smith to learn just this seemingly simple charcoal cutting process. Quick and nimble hands are needed for this job, and an even quicker eye. One slip could mean the loss of a finger.
Oh, man. Wow, that's just...
The moment
That's crazy.
of truth for this particular blade is moving ever closer.
Oh, I know what they're
Tension
gonna
seems
do.
to rise in
Yeah.
direct proportion to the heat
This is
of
huge
the new
tension.
fire. Traditionally, the final tempering is done at midnight. This is actually based on a sound scientific rule which says that one of the best ways to judge when steel is ready for tempering is by its color when seen in complete darkness.
I can see it.
As the fateful moment approaches, The only sounds heard are the snap of the fire and the sigh of the bellows.
Nuts.
With a silent prayer on his lips, the smith takes the blade from the coals. Then, through the smith's mind races the question, what do I have? A piece of art worthy of my name, or only a piece of junk steel for the scrap heap? It looks good. But only after the clay is removed and the blade inspected will he really know for sure.
Wow, then he's got to remove all the clay.
For everyone.
Man, this is dedication. Oh, man. I gotta give him his respect. That's a lot of clay,
Smith
alright.
Smiles his approval. The blade has passed his critical inspection. Now the work can be completed.
1 year for one sword. Okay, how many swords do they need for the army?
The curve is corrected by lightly tapping the
And how many
blade
people
on a
do they
heated
make
block of
swords?
grooved copper.
I had no clue. I mean, I knew samurai swords took a lot. I could not have told you this.
Now it is time for the finishing touches. First, the handle will be filed in a definite design.
Oh yeah, they still got the handle to make. I forgot all about that. And then they got the tie it all up and
each smith has his own filing pattern, which makes identification of even the oldest blades relatively easy for an expert appraiser.
Wow.
The blade will be given one more polishing by the master smith himself. Any further polishing will be done by still another artist, especially trained for this job. Finally, with great pride, the master smith will chisel on the handle his name and the name of the province in which the blade is made. The work is finished. Its first owner wore it proudly and with honor. It was then handed down from generation to generation, even beyond the age of the samurai, which ended shortly after Japan was opened to the Western world by the arrival of Commodore Perry in 1853. Suddenly the Japanese people became obsessed with all things Western, and the samurai warrior, the living symbol of the feudal past the Japanese were trying to escape, was slowly stripped of the emblems of his class until even the wearing of the sword became illegal. Banned by law, the samurai and his sword faded into the background. In 1926, Japan entered the Showa era, when the sword was worn again during the Second World War. It was at this time the Western world became aware of these blades, as servicemen brought them home to America as war souvenirs. This association in Western minds with the war years caused us to think of the blades only as weapons of war. Perhaps now, however, it is a little clearer to us that the samurai and their swords were in truth as strong a moral force in their world as were our Christian knights in theirs. Today the samurai is only a memory, but his soul still lives in the thoughts of all who look at these blades in a museum, a private collection, or rusting away in the attic of one who little realizes what he has in his possession. A sword of itself is more than a weapon of war, a symbol of morality, or even an artistic masterpiece. The realization of its true purpose can come only from the spirit and the soul of the beholder.
All right. That's it. That was our sword documentary. We did our next redemption. I hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was very interesting. Learned a lot there that I didn't know. All right. So Awen is. I don't know if Awen's back. If Awen's not back, here's what we're gonna do, Elliot and everybody else. We are going to watch a few little clips. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I've actually was researching. A lot of them were like the newer days stuff. Swords of the United States or in America were like private people, their own little private. I can't think of it right. Forging, and I just thought that wasn't really gonna be what we wanted, so I had to go back. But I wanted it to be on a sword, not on a dagger or anything else. So we're gonna watch some clips that have been clipped on my channel, and then maybe we'll go back and watch some of the clips that I have clipped, and then if anyone's back, we'll play a few more games, and then I think we'll probably, what time is it? We'll see when she gets back. Maybe we'll go for a couple more rounds, and I think I'll probably call it night, because I want to get a bunch of rest, because tomorrow I get my tattoo. So let's see here. Let me just check something here. Alright. 1 hour and 32 minutes. So, yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and watch these. And then, we'll see what I want to picture. You definitely. I'm going to actually see if the tattoo artist will, like, when he takes his break or whatever, if he'll have to do it, but take multiple pictures of, like, the process of my tattoo being appeared. So I'm hoping that I can get that done. I'm not able to do a video, obviously, which makes sense. So we're gonna watch these clips. This was by Alurin, from our last movie round, as a matter of fact. Is that not working? Says pass. There we go. I don't think if there's anything. Going on here. Says pass. I don't know why he's freezing. That's odd. If there's anything. Okay. I'm gonna sing a song. This is gonna be. There we go. This is gonna be brutal. Ready? Going to the chapel and I'm gonna get married. There we go. Alright, so that was the first Smiley Ant Says movie. Alright, Smiley Ant, go ahead and type it in. So that was the first one of me singing. He says the lyric. Don't you dare. Let's see. All right. I don't know what this one is. Let's take a look at it. Nothing. Okay. That was when the lure and I. Have fun storming the castle. All right, let's go to my clips. Let's do it this way instead. Why aren't you showing me highlights? There we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, this one was funny. I enjoyed this one. What in the world? Did you see that? Alright, that is going to be... 1 minute and 46 seconds. So in the long dark, I pulled out
We're gonna highlight that
my flare, but the lantern
I have
came out.
my lantern, but it thinks.
Oh,
I
the
have
other way
flare.
around. Sorry, I pulled out a lantern, but it thought I had a flare. The game glitched somehow. Let me show you Zuka Tycoon. Actually, a really funny one in Zuka Tycoon. Here's a funny one from Zuka Tycoon.
And you're getting sold. What the heck are you doing down here?
I was trying to sell him, and all of a sudden he was in the middle of the walkway. Then he just zoned right through a wall, and then all of a sudden he's back in his... But no, I still don't even know how that happened. Let's see, where's... Alright, Smiley, you've seen Merlin, right? The Hallmark Merlin? Did you see the Hallmark? I saw this. Yeah, exactly. Okay. No, not Merlin. Well, not okay. Sorry. Yes, you saw the season, but I mean, there was a Hallmark movie. All right, maybe that's what we should do for our Discord movie. Is a Hallmark movie. Maybe we'll do that. Let's see here. Okay, well, you won't get that quote then. Here is my... here we go. Alright, so this one, I'm driving around in my zoo. In Sandbox.
Spacebar. Now, I don't have a license.
And this is still really funny.
Oh no!
Now the people automatically move out of the way.
Whoa!
Now this is pod racing. Everybody move! Everybody move! And then you can get out.
Oh my!
Exit the buggy. And then you can go, well, look at this trash. And then usually, yeah, there you go, space. And then you can empty the trash. So you could literally walk around your whole place. This guy needed to go bathroom. It was hilarious.
Buddy. Hang on, I didn't put any bathrooms in.
Yeah, I totally forgot to put a bathroom in.
Oh my!
I've never seen that before. Yeah, I got a lure on that one.
You know what? I'm just really. He's gotta go all over across the whole new thing to the bathroom.
Still one of my favorite clips. Okay. Yeah, that's still one of my top 10. Let's see. What else didn't we look at? I think we pretty much saw all those. You know what? Let me do this really quick. I can do this. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna try something. Come on. There we go. Well, that didn't work. Well, that's not working. Hey, thank you for redeeming the Hydrate the Sword. Appreciate it. Why isn't it? When you... It's... It's so weird. It's not letting me see my... Oh, maybe I have to do this. There we go. Alright, let me see if there's any in here that I don't... No. Alright, Alright, let me think here really quickly. And I'm not wearing the wolf costume because it's hot for right now, so I tried putting it on last night and I literally was started overheating just wearing it sitting here, so I was like, yep, nope, can't do it. But the wolf will return, it's just we're waiting for it to get cooler. Exactly. Yep. Hmm. What can we do? Thinking. Can't really do what the dub would just... Hmm. Well, I pretty much showed you all the clips I could show you. Already kind of run through all those. Let me check out this. 1 second. Maybe I can do this. I can spell right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I was thinking about that, but most of my games will take a while. Like, I can't just, like, save and come out. You know what? Why not? Why not? Give me a second here. We'll mess around with it. I'm gonna have to change my title on Twitch too, so give me a minute. They've updated this game, so we're gonna kind of look at it and see if it's something we're gonna go back to. I haven't played it for a while, so it's been a little bit of time. Why don't I have sound? Well, that's weird. I don't have any sound. You don't hear anything. Oh, probably because I need to do... Hang on a second. Game. Alright, now let's try it again. I don't know why it didn't pick up any sound though. Unless I had the sound muted in game, which I might have. I might have to check that out in game. Alright, let's do this. And of course it's not going to pick it up. Of course, because that would be too easy. Options, sound. Yeah, I had to return it on. There we go. We're back. Good. I was trying to figure out what's wrong. Alright, so let's see where we left off. I don't even remember where we left off, to be honest. I don't have anything in my email. I have no emails? Well, if I don't have any emails, how am I supposed to do anything? Jobs, there we go. Nothing in my inbox, but I have one in my job. Find the Roman Medusa medallion. So we gotta find this image in the world. And where are we going? Find it, somewhere within the Lost City, okay? So we need to travel. You need to figure out where the Lost City is. I don't know where the Lost City is. Irish Coves. Did it stay in there where the... So I would think that would be in Rome. Where's the Lost City? Maybe here, because I'm only 8% done. It must be in Jordan. It says Roman rule. I think this is the right place. Alright, so we're gonna try it. I was gonna do the escape room, but I decided let's do the treasure hunter because I was watching Treasure Hunter a little bit earlier, or the family, Duck Dynasty family, so I got inspired. Is it too loud? Let me know. I can turn things down if it is. I gotta remember how to do things. Sounds like the sound is a little loud. I gotta turn the detector down. It's okay? Okay, well, it was a little loud for me. Let's just turn the detector down. Controls. Gotta remember how to dig. I don't even remember how to dig. Left mouse button. And how to dig. That puts you back. How do I dig? I don't even remember how to dig. Oh, we might not be getting very far with this. I can't figure out how to dig. We might have to go back to escape room. This left mouse button, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I can't do anything. Oh, that's right, because you gotta wait for the PPV. You're right, okay. Alright, there we go. And I need to change the title here. There you go. Alright, so we changed that. Let's change this really quick. Alright, so we got that all set. Alright, now let's go back. What did I find? Oh, a nail. Joy. Can't go down that way. Ah, there we go. No treasure. Okay. Another nail. Another nail. Fun. Hey, King, come here to the party of 4. How are y'all doing? We were just playing What the Dub. We're waiting for people to come back to play some more What the Dub. If you guys would like to play What the Dub, we can do that. I was doing a little bit of Treasure Hunter while we were waiting to get back into What the Dub. What the Dub is basically, you watch movies and then you put in quotes. Yeah, the pink hair. This was one of the, redemptions from our we did 24-hour stream, and we were trying to raise money, and if I got $1,000 during the redeeming, which we did get, I would get a tattoo actually on my left arm, which I'm actually getting tomorrow, and one of the other ones was purple hair. So if we want, we could go play What the Dub. We were going to do movie trivia night, but it's too late to start that, so we'll have to wait till next week for that. But we could do What the Dub if you guys want to do that. Or we could just do Treasure Hunter for a little bit more, because we were waiting for one person to come back. So let me know in chat. Maybe it might be. Let me check my bot really quick. Give me a second. Oh, yep, it's broken. Hang on a second, I can fix that. Hey, Bob, welcome. We're gonna have to wait on trivia night until next week, just because it's kind of late. So we didn't do it actually. We were playing a game called What the Dub, and we can do that again. We can go back to that. Welcome back, Awen. Which we will actually get back to What the Dub here in a minute. I was trying to see if I could figure out. Let me try close my bot and open it back up. Let's see if that helps. But I think my streamer bot might be broken again. Oh no, you're fine, Bob. That's fine. Pebbles actually did come for a little bit, but we didn't have enough, which is perfectly fine, not a problem. So we watched a sword documentary, which was one of our other redemptions. As you can see, I've got the pink purple hair. That's one of our other redemptions, and I will be getting the tattoo tomorrow. So. All right, the shout out should work now, Allurin. In fact, I'll check it with you. That didn't work. Why didn't yours work though? Here's why yours, but I spelled wrong. I spelled something. All right, we're gonna switch games here. Go back to What the Dub. Spelled my name wrong. I figured I did. Give me a second. Give me a second. Welcome everybody coming in, by the way. How y'all doing? What were you playing? Actually, will tell me as soon as I get off the screen. Stuck in a little. You were playing. Where we go? Final Fantasy. Very nice, very nice. I tend to play some Final Fantasy myself once in a while, don't I, there, Allurin? Let me give you a proper shout out there, Allurin. And we did do a documentary on swords, which samurai swords. It was very entertaining. We watched that. It actually was by George Takei, was the announcer, so that was entertaining itself right there. Let me go ahead and close Treasure Hunter, and I'll change the title too. All right, so we'll go to What the Dub. Let me load it up here. I do, and in fact, I was going to tomorrow, but I'm not locking myself into the stream tomorrow just because of the tattoo. I don't know how exhausted I'm gonna be. So, but yes, I need to finish that. And you're right, Allure, and I do. Yep, let's get that hype for the tattoo. All right, why didn't that load up? Try that again. There we go. Now it's loading. All right. So, what if you want to play? What you'll need to do is go to. Well,
you know the name of the game, folks.
It'll tell you here in a minute.
Welcome to What the Dub.
You can either play or you can vote as audience, and you can actually play and vote too in Twitch. I enabled it so you can vote in Twitch. So we'll start a new game here.
All right, grab some friends, head to playwtd.com.
Allure and Higher Sword, thank you. So everybody, if you want to go to... What I would recommend is having two browsers up. One browser where you can watch the stream, and then one browser where you can type in the answers. So you go to playwtd.com, and here's the code, HHTP. Type that in. So you first should put your name in, and then the room code. Yep. Okay, well, so what is going to happen is if you're not playing the game, you can still play in audience as Twitch, and it will ask you to vote for who you think has the best quote, and you can also vote for the next videos that we're going to see, and they'll be listed on the screen with like 1 through 6, and you just put it into chat, the number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever, and if you're playing the game, you'll be able to do it in the browser to vote for whatever you want. So Twitch channels only if you're not playing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch a little clip. They'll start a movie, and then they're gonna like just mute the movie, and you have to put in what you think the quote is like. What's the best quote? What they'll get you the most points. Does that make sense to everybody? And I'm purposely holding off putting my name in, because apparently when I put mine in, it thinks we're done. So I'm trying to let everybody enter in that wants to enter in. Allure, do you want to get in? Think I'll watch one. All right, that's good. I'm a little tired over here. Okay, sounds good. So you can be the audience, Allure. You can vote. You can vote for what the next clip will be we watch, and you'll just put that in Twitch chat. You'll catch on as soon as we start. Anybody else want to get in before I submit myself and start the game? Alright, last chance. Are we all in? Alright, so I'm going to start. And we'll have now there is a 5-second delay, but you have about a minute to type in the answer. But remember, there's a 5-second delay, so you don't want to go all the way to the end of the timing. About 10 seconds is maybe 15 seconds you want to give yourself. Okay, that's probably what we got before I end the stream, so that will work out perfect, Bob.
Welcome to What the Dub.
What the Dub.
The rules are simple. Each round, a video will play with missing dialogue. Each player enters their wittiest replacement dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on the best one. The player with the highest score at the end of the game wins. It's just that easy.
Here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Break a leg, kid. Here comes the next round.
But do you know what I remember most of all about San Antonio?
So now you'll put your answer in.
But do you know what I remember most of all about San Antonio?
And you can also do sound effects too.
Your dub.
Right next to above where you type in it says add sound effects. So at the end you can add sound effects. At the beginning, whatever you like to do. I would recommend not doing it in the middle of whatever you type. Allure, if you want to vote on the next clip, you can push 1 through 6, and that will vote on the next clip. And then you can also vote for the best thing that was typed as the answer. Just like Awen did. But, Luren, if you wanted to vote, you could have voted.
remember most of all about San
Even though
Antonio?
Awen voted,
The
it still
Taco
would have.
Twins making music about Taco Tuesday.
Nice.
But
Taco
do you know
Tuesday.
what I remember most of all about San Antonio?
It is in Texas.
But do you know what I remember most of all about San Antonio?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo quiero. I used to have that dog. I had him
Do
in a
you
car
know
in
what
my Mustang.
I remember most of all about San Antonio?
The music was fantastic.
Vote now.
Okay, so Luren, you can vote on what you thought the best was, and that person will get points for the audience. And then everybody else vote for. You can't vote for yourself.
Time's running out. One word. Wow. Better a witty fool than a foolish wit, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry about that, anyone.
Quiet on set. Another round is coming up.
Here we go.
I'm interested in your reasons for this,
Ooh, I don't know what movie this is. Oh, this is
pleasant company.
House of on the Hill, I think.
I'm interested in your reasons for this, party. Aside from the pleasant company.
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
Hmm.
Quick, enter your dub.
I'm interested in your reasons for this, party. Aside from the pleasant company.
To raise money.
Gotta have money for a party.
I'm interested in your reasons for this, party. Aside from the pleasant company.
Well, I just want to raise money for my next investment into actually adding color to this movie.
But it's Vincent Price, I mean,
I'm interested
man.
in your reasons for this, party. Aside from the pleasant company.
Well, it is Polka Night. I hear it is going to be a murder of a time.
I'm interested in your reasons for this, party. Aside from the pleasant company.
Do you really need a reason to parry?
Everyone's a critic, including you.
Alright, so everybody gets to vote.
Hurry up.
By the way, welcome, Raider. How you doing? You're welcome to get in if you want.
Check out this last place loser.
Oh, I read that
Total
wrong. I
square.
thought Raider was here. My bad.
This top dog is hip to the jive. Look at
Whoa.
him go.
Wow, nicely done, Bob.
Grab your martini glass. Next up is the final round.
Say, who is that drip? Say, who is that drip?
Give it your best shot and
Ah.
enter your dub.
Ooh, this one's a little tougher. There we go.
Say, who is that drip?
He is the CIA agent that is looking for you.
Say, who is that drip?
Drip, why, that is the Sunshine Man.
Say, who is that drip?
That's my cousin, Marty. He said he liked to time travel. I think he's a bit crazy.
That's great.
Say, who is that drip?
Frosty, it was really hot today.
Vote for your favorite
That's good
dub.
too. Wow, those are some really good ones. I gotta go with this one though. I think I know who put this one
Vote
in.
already.
Alright, round 3.
You're headed to Nowheresville, kid. Try harder.
Aww.
You're a certified
Yeah,
dreamboat.
I knew it was you,
Yowza.
Bob.
And here's our
Well, here we go.
winner.
Who's winner? Nicely done, Bob. Bob coming in
You're
with
as
clutch.
fit as a butcher's dog,
Good job,
kid.
buddy.
Way to go.
Oh, I
You
lost.
got a face for radio, kid.
Well, thank you. There's the door.
Congrats to our winner. You won, and they lost. Never let them forget that.
Alright, so anybody else want to get in on the game? Like, we can start new game or we just play again? Anybody else want to get in? Last chance before I hit play again. Because if we want new players, we need to go to a new room. You did, Bob. Congrats. Alright. New game starting in 3 seconds.
Thirsty for more dubs, huh?
Here's where I get
Let's do it.
my revenge. I come back, Bob.
Round 1.
Okay, sounds good, Illyrian.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
Looks like an entertaining movie. Too.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
No time to waste. Enter your dub now.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
I just heard that there is a dragon at the castle.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
I'm here to ask about your car's extended warranty.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
I'm sorry, I have lost my way. There are too many turns. Where's the bathroom?
That's a good one.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
Dad, it is my birthday and I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Time to place your vote, folks. Better hurry. You're on a roll. Hot points. You're a real fake out, buddy. Clown Town.
Sorry about that, Lauren. On the next round, we can, if you need me to extend the voting, I can do that.
Did you put him onto me? I'm not disabled. Did you put him onto me? I'm not disabled.
Time to let your ambitions soar. Enter your dub.
Did you put him onto me? I'm not disabled.
You have no legs.
Did you put him onto me? I'm not disabled.
You were disabled after I put him on you, not before.
Did you put him onto me? I'm not disabled.
No, but your car has a check engine light on.
Did you put him onto me? I'm not disabled.
I don't know what to say.
Well, that's
Vote
honesty.
Or don't.
What?
The choice is yours.
What, says the Lurid?
You're almost out of time.
I don't know if I can escape out during options. Or during the play.
You're as fit as a butcher's dog, kid. Way to go!
Nicely done, Bob.
Grab your
Final
martini
round, here we
glass.
go.
Next up is the final round.
Final round.
Kitty, who's Johnny?
Why do you ask that?
Wow, that's too good.
Kitty, who's Johnny?
Why do you ask that?
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub.
Yeah.
Better hurry.
Kitty, who's Johnny?
Why do you ask that?
Because I owe Johnny $1 and I want us to be square before I die.
Kitty, who's Johnny?
Why do you ask that?
He sent me a text.
Kitty, who's Johnny?
Why do you ask that?
He was asking if you like pork and beans.
Pork.
What did you think was the best?
Pork and beans. Oh. That. Oh.
Hustle, hustle.
I like two of them. It's a problem. I like he sent me a text, but I'm sorry. Gotta go to Bob. Pork and beans.
Slick here lands a big tickle and clinches the round. Look who's in the weeds. Tough up, Jack. And the winner is...
Drumroll. Bob! Congrats, Bob.
You're assertive.
Pork and beans!
Yowza!
Oh.
Pardon my French. You suck.
Hey now.
Losers, please take a moment.
Allurin, do you have enough time to vote, or do I need to add? What do you think? Do you want me to add time, Allurin, or is it enough time for you to vote? Oh, you don't stinky. Go in. I could add, make it 30 seconds. We have it at 15 seconds right now. You want me to add? Okay, give me a second. I gotta come out of the game to do that.
Catch you on the flip side, cool.
We'll start another one up in a minute. Options. Alright. I think that's under streaming options. Nope. Go back on that. Yeah, because of the delay. I agree. So I think that's another gameplay. So 30 seconds. Is that good enough? $30 good? Okay. Turn this back on. And the only thing I do is, do we need to repeat the clip or should we take that out? I think repeating the clip is still good though. I'm gonna leave that in. Alright, so back and then we'll go to a new room. Here we go.
It's game time. Everyone head to playwtd.com.
There's your code.
Enter your room code.
I like that they give me the option to hide the code or put it back in. That was a new addition. Jack Trivia should pick that up. So go ahead and go to Play WTD. There we go. Bob's in, and I'm in. Here we go. I think if I hide the code, it speeds up time, I think. Nope, guess not. It's just, I gotta wait for the server, that's the thing. Allurin coming in with the mad sword. 3 times or less. Hey, we can start anytime here. There we go.
Welcome to What the
I wish I
Dub.
could just say
The
start,
rules
so
are
we didn't wait for that. And I skipped that, the rules. So, we all know how to play.
Round 1.
A date, huh? What'll you do? Go to some fancy place for dinner? No, silly. A date, huh? What'll you do? Go to some fancy place for dinner? No, silly.
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub. You're almost out of time.
A date, huh? What'll you do? Go to some fancy place for dinner? No, silly.
We are going dancing and having a good old time.
A date, huh? What'll you do? Go to some fancy place for dinner? No, silly.
I was watching Sword of Ossel on Twitch. Really entertaining dude.
Well, thank you.
A date, huh? What'll you do? Go to some fancy place for dinner? No, silly.
He has no money. We are going to McDonald's.
A date, huh? What'll you do? Go to some fancy place for dinner? No, silly.
We ordered takeout from the Chinese fast food.
Round's over. Let's vote.
Okay, that's not even fair. That's not even fair.
You're almost out of time.
Uh-oh. I'm sticking away.
Wow, you're just too much. Better luck next time, ankle biter.
I voted for that one. It didn't register my vote.
Round two.
That's weird. My vote didn't get counted.
It's hard for us here to
Sorry, Rob.
believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
Time
I'm
to
not sure
skip
why it
the
didn't
world,
work.
Kid. Enter your dub. Time's running out.
It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Eloring didn't fall off a cliff today.
It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
The chicken actually crossed the road.
It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
There is going to be rain today.
It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
There is no intelligent life on Earth.
Which dub did you like best? Vote now! Hustle! Hustle! Pardon my French. You suck. Kid, you're slicker than snot on a doorknob. High score! Grab your martini.
Final round, here we go.
Next up is the final round.
Captain! Captain, can you hear me? It'd be simple to do, sir.
Hmm?
Captain! Captain, can you hear me? It'd be simple to do, sir.
Show him you're not just a pretty face.
Oh, I
You're
guess we
your
gotta
dub.
type in what the captain said. That's weird. I don't know why it's not working, anyway. Did you submit it right at the end? Maybe it just ran out of time. Not sure why it's not registering.
Captain! Captain, can you hear me?
He just said
It'd be
that.
simple to do, sir. Captain! Captain, can you hear me?
Turn on Star Trek, man.
It'd be simple to do, sir.
Weird.
Captain! Captain, can you hear me?
Beam down some red shirts.
It'd be simple to do, sir. Captain! Captain, can you hear me?
The cheese has escaped the fridge. You must go catch it immediately.
It'd be simple to do, sir.
Time to place your vote, folks. You're almost out of time. Poignant and funny. You have a gift. You got a face for
Yeah, I
radio,
didn't.
kid.
That time I didn't register my answer. Because I voted for the cheese, Bob. You should have got 2 on that one.
Here's our winner.
Nicely done, Awen.
Kid, you're slicker than snot on a doorknob. High score! Check out this last place loser.
It
Total
must have something to
square.
do with the server, I guess, on their end.
Brains,
Roasted
brawn,
either.
good looks,
Okay, well,
and hot dogs.
what I could do
Our
is
winner
try
has
closing
it
my
all.
game.
Let's give him a hand.
Close your browser. Everybody close the browser. I'll close the game and come back into the game
Baby,
completely.
that's a wrap. See you on the
Let's
next
see if we can
What
resync.
the Dub.
So I'll quit the game completely. And let's try closing our browsers. And then I'll come back into the game and maybe that will fix it. I'm not really sure. Alright, let me start back up the game. Maybe there was some syncing issue with the server. Give a second. Next one will have to be the last one for me. Alright, sounds good, Bob.
What's buzzing, cousin? Time for What the Dub.
Okay, new game.
It's game time. Everyone head to playwtd.com and enter your room code.
So you'll have to open up your Twitch again and obviously the browser, but you get in the game here. Wait for Bob to get in, and then I'll go ahead and get in. Pork and Bob! You got me. Got me. Pork and Bob! Alright, there we go. You had to. I know, you gotta do it. Wow. Very nicely done. Okay, we're just waiting for it. Hopefully this syncs up correctly.
Welcome to What? Round 1.
You'll paralyze him for good.
Which would you rather be, paralyzed or dead?
You'll paralyze him for good.
Which would you rather be, paralyzed or dead?
Give it your best shot and enter your dub.
You'll paralyze him for good.
Which would you rather be, paralyzed or dead?
Neither. Make sure you do it right.
You'll paralyze him for good.
Which would you rather be, paralyzed or dead?
Do I have a third option?
You'll paralyze him for good.
Which would you rather be, paralyzed or dead?
Neither, Jim. I would rather be a doctor.
You'll paralyze him for good.
Which would you rather be, paralyzed or dead?
I'd rather be paralyzed, as long as I'm frozen in carbonite and put in a Star Wars movie.
What did you think was the best? Vote!
Hopefully this syncs up correctly. If it doesn't sync up their answers correctly, we'll go to Twitch to vote to vote. Because it seems like Twitch isn't messing up.
Time's running out. Look who's in the ketchup. Try harder, pal. You take the egg, baby.
Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't take my vote. Okay, guys, everybody vote in Twitch. Because it should take my vote. So let's everybody vote in Twitch. And see if that will work on the next round.
So many dubs.
So put your
so
answers
little
in, but
time.
then vote
Let's
in
get
Twitch.
into it.
You must be punished, and punished severely. You must be punished, and punished severely.
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
So again, reminder, everybody vote in Twitch.
You must be
Just put your answer 1 through whatever, 1 through 4.
severely.
For not watching Sword's stream yesterday.
You must be punished, and punished severely.
You must go to bed without supper.
You must be punished, and punished severely.
You get to watch my dogs.
You must be punished, and punished severely.
Now go play Pokemon.
Alright, so everybody put their answer in
Vote
Twitch.
or
1 through
don't.
4.
The choice is yours.
I answered too quickly. Everybody vote in Twitch. So we need Bob to vote in Twitch.
Hustle! Hustle!
Did that worked?
You're a certified dreamboat. Yowza!
Nicely done, Bob.
Grab your martini
Final round,
glass.
here we go.
Next up is the final round.
I'm no baby. I'm 16. I'm no baby. I'm 16.
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub.
I'm no baby. I'm 16.
I get to drive.
I'm no baby. I'm 16.
25 cents
They
for
just
gas.
thought I was a baby because I still like to ride in a stroller in my spare time.
I'm no baby. I'm 16.
And a half.
I'm no baby. I'm 16.
I am an adult, you're a youth.
Time to place your vote, folks. Hurry up. Check out this last place loser, total square. One word. Wow.
Nice job, Pork and Bob.
And the winner is...
Pork and Bob. I wish I would say Pork and Bob, but...
You're a certified dreamboat. Yowza!
Congratulations, Bob.
Someone can't cut the mustard. Whew. Congrats to our winner.
Nicely
You won,
done, Bob.
And they lost. Never let them forget.
Hey, I'm
that.
Kurt's driver.
Time to put an egg in your shoe and beat it. See you next time on What the Dub.
I think you can click on more than one answer. I've never tried, but I think... Yeah, I think it's a fun little game. I actually like it. You can vote more than once. Awen, Smiley, do you want to continue, or I can go a couple more rounds if you want to? Mine went away after I clicked one. It let me do it, so I did it. Cool. Hey, mine stays on the screen, so I probably could too. I agree. If you can, why not? Yeah, I think certain people can maybe vote more. Sure, I can do a few more. All right, I'm good at doing another. All right, cool.
Let the dubs begin. Head to playwtd.com.
And I really like the
Enter
fact
your
that
room
it
code.
integrates well with Twitch. I really think that's cool. There's your code. Hey, no problem, Bob. Thank you so much. We're going to try to do Trivia Night Round 2 next week. Or, you know, we'll kind of do basically what we did tonight. We're going to start with What's Dub until we see if we get enough people. If we get enough people, we'll continue playing it. And if not, then we'll, you know, go on that. But thank you so much for coming out, Bob. Take care. I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow because I'm with my tattoo. And I will take tons of pictures and everything. But take a look on, give me a second. It's so weird to say, on X. But I still want to go back to Twitter. I might tweet out. I'm not going to say I'm Xing. That's just too weird. I'm going to Twitter, tweet, and I'll tweet if I'm going to go live. But I don't think I'll have a stream tomorrow, most likely. But I probably will stream sometime in the early next week. But definitely on Friday and Saturday, most likely next week. So, but again, thank you so much, Bob, for coming out. Let me know about what games you decide to. Alright, I'll enter in here. Sorry, guys. BYJQ. Alright, I'm in. But yeah, if you can do multiple voting, go ahead and multiple vote. This is the only thing I don't like is the waiting longer. I wish I could just push start.
Welcome to What the Dub! The rules are simple. Each round a video will play with missing dialogue. Each player enters their wittiest replacement dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on the best one. The player with the highest score at the end of the game wins. It's just that easy. Another round of What the Dub is coming at you.
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts. Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
Enter your dub. Time's running out.
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
Is my daughter footloose?
Missed it? I'm sorry for that. Anyone?
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
When is school starting?
Vote now, or forever hold your peace. You're almost out of time. Classic ignoramus. Someone's got it made in the shade.
Nicely done.
Round 2.
Oh,
Each
you're
lady
good.
attending this theater each week will receive to each lady attending this theater each week will receive
No time to waste. Enter your dub now.
I can't carry it for
Hey!
you. But I can carry you.
Thank you, Egg. Thank you, Leon. I'm gonna butcher that. Thank you, Loco, for the follow. Thank you for taking me out, dude. Welcome to the Sword family. If you'd like to vote, you can go ahead and do
this theater each
in
week
Twitch chat.
will receive
some stinky cheese.
And if you'd like to get on the next game, we can do that.
Each lady attending this theater each week will receive
Instructions on how to make a pie.
to each lady attending this theater each week will receive
A free husband who does all the cooking and cleaning.
Round's over. Let's vote.
You can just put your answer in, just like Aliran did, into Twitch, and that will give a vote. If you like Jude Loco. Awesome, thank you.
Just vote already. Poignant and
Loco, would you
funny.
like to play? We just started. I can go ahead and cancel and we can come in. Actually, we got 3 more rounds and then you can come in if you like. We're almost done with this game. We've got.
Grab
This is
your
the final
martini
round.
glass. Next up is the final round.
Just been informed that your mission has been a complete success. Just been informed that your mission has been a complete success.
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub.
Just been informed that your mission has been a complete success.
It was pointless, but a complete success nonetheless.
Just been informed that your mission has been a complete success.
You did it. You stopped and asked for directions.
Just been informed that your mission has been a complete success.
Now you can go on a free vacation to rest so you can come back for more missions.
Vote for your favorite dub. You're almost out of time. This top dog is hip to the jive. Look at him go.
Nicely done, Eowyn. 900 points.
You're a real fake out, buddy. Clown Town.
900 points, man.
And here's our winner.
Nicely done.
You take the egg, baby. Winner, winner. Wow. What a disappointment you turned out to be.
Loco, would you... Or Loco, did you want to get in on the next game? We can go ahead and stop the game.
Losers, why don't you take
and
this
you can come in
opportunity
if
to
you
say
like to.
something nice about the winner?
Congratulations, Eowyn. With 1,000 points. I have 1,000 points. How would you win if we tied? How did you win if we tied? Alright. Fair enough.
Strike the baby, that's a wrap.
Alright.
See you on the next What the Dub.
Alright, so here we go.
All right, grab some friends, head to
It likes you better, yeah.
playwtd.com and enter your room code.
So if you'd like to enter, Loku, just go to playwt.com down there, and then this is the room code. You'll put your name in, and then you put in the code. But you don't have to. If you like to just stay in the audience, vote, you're welcome to do that, or just sit back and enjoy and watch. Just let me know in chat what you like to do. Like we're waiting for you, everyone. There we go. Loco, did you want to get in? Or else I'll hit start if you didn't want to get in. Do the ting count here. There we go. Weird, sometimes it asks me if I want to start the game, so it doesn't.
The rules are simple.
Oh, I know why. I had to be the first one in.
Dialogue. Each player
just like Jack Kirby. I got it.
Dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on the best one. The player with the highest score at the end of the game wins. It's just that easy. Quiet on set. Another round is coming up.
They became ill only after... They became ill only after...
Time to let your ambitions soar. Enter your dub.
Yeah, it's because I didn't go in first. I forgot. It's just like with Jack Trivia. It's whoever goes in there first. I forgot. That's why they hide the code, the room code, so I can get in there first.
They became ill only after...
They ate the enchilada that was left out for a week.
They became ill only after...
He ate Eowyn's soup.
They became ill only after...
You captured Zorro, my hero.
Which dub did you like best? Vote now!
I think maybe it randomly lets somebody choose more than one time. Because usually mine only appears that I can vote once.
Better hurry!
Place your votes.
You're on a roll! Hot points! Round 2.
I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night. I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night.
This is a house of ushers.
No time to waste. Enter your dub now.
I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night.
Just so you know, it was the maid, in the kitchen with the knife.
I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night.
Because this is a sleepover, next we are going to have a pillow fight.
I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night.
Your bathroom schedule is posted on the wall. Make sure you check it.
Everyone's a critic, including you. Time to vote.
Oh, that's good. That's funny.
Time's running out. Wow!
Nicely done, Alan. That was a good one. I have to give you props on that.
You got a face for radio, kid.
Aw, thanks.
Grab your martini glass. Next up is the final round.
You have syphilis, Jim.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, the doctor wasn't kidding. You have syphilis, Jim.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, the doctor wasn't kidding.
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub.
You have syphilis, Jim.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, the doctor wasn't kidding.
Talk to you, Dad.
You have syphilis, Jim.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, the doctor wasn't kidding.
He was lying. But not kidding.
You have syphilis, Jim.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, the doctor wasn't kidding.
But we did ask a doctor. We were just wanting to scare you.
Which dub did you like best?
Okay, that's not what I typed in. Maybe I didn't catch everything. I don't know. That was weird. I thought I put it and didn't. Oh well. I should have put in, but he's dead, Jim. Missed that Star Trek quote because I couldn't remember if his name was Jim or not.
Slick here lands a big tickle and clinches the round. Pardon my French. You suck. And the winner is...
Alright, I got one more round in me if you guys want to go one more round.
You got a face for radio, kid.
Oh, apparently, oh no, you can't. I remember when I wanted to change.
Losers, please take a moment to admire the winner's brilliance. And that's the game. Catch you on the flip side, cool
I'm
cats.
gonna start a new game here in a second. I remember what I wanted to do though. I was gonna change this earlier, I forgot. Three just seems like not very many. Alright, here we go. Last game.
Everyone head to playwtd.com and enter your room code.
So let me get in there first. There you go. Now you guys can enter. There we go. Alright, let's do this. Last round.
Welcome to What the Dub. The rule. Break a leg, kid.
There we go,
Here
round
comes the
one.
Next round.
All persons who die during this crisis
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub.
all persons who die during this crisis
Will still be dead after this crisis.
True.
all persons who die during this crisis
Will not have to worry about this crisis anymore.
True too.
all persons who die during this crisis
Will miss tomorrow weather report.
Round's over. Let's vote.
Everybody else see what's on their
Out
screen.
of time. All hat and no cattle. Get it together. Kid, you're slicker than snot on a doorknob. High score!
You?
Round two. Give it your best shot and enter your dub.
That looks like a very
Ouch.
entertaining movie.
OWW.
Time to place your vote, folks. Better hurry. You flipped the script on that one. Great work.
Nicely done. Ooh, we got a tie. Oh, no.
Round 3.
They're drowned.
What was that? What was that?
Time to let your ambitions soar. Enter your dub.
What was that?
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
What was that?
Just a show on the Spanish channel. Give me back the remote.
What was that?
I don't understand.
Vote for your favorite dub.
What? A nice feet are.
Hustle! You really dropped the ball there, Gizmo. You're as fit as a butcher's dog, kid. Way to go! Abby Singer is next. Let's take it home.
I pray I'll never forget it. I pray I'll never forget it.
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
Oh no, Eowyn just got her router just got reset, so she
Hurry
got
up.
kicked out. Oh no, we lost everybody.
I pray I'll never forget it.
Jesus loves me.
Everyone's a critic, including you. Time to vote.
I can't vote for myself. And I can't pause around either. Well, they're gonna have 15 seconds here to do that, and then they'll have a minute.
Hurry up.
Yep.
2 thumbs down. Someone's got it made in the shade. Grab your martini glass. Next up is the final round.
Well, I think it's by default.
Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late.
Enter your dub.
Well, they got 35 seconds. Go out with bang. I know, Lauren. This is actually a pretty fun little game. I was kind of surprised. I mean, I bought it during the sale, but I got it with the sale. I got it for like $2. I think it was under $10 when at the time when I looked at it. I'll have to look and see later what it's at now, but.
Eloring is streaming tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Too late.
This actually came out,
Vote now.
but Jackbox obviously is a lot bigger. Don't know if that's true, but I had to go out with a bang. And she's mad at you because she said it's too late. It's too late. She wants you streaming sooner than that. I just guessed.
Look who's in the weeds. Tough up, Jack.
I think maybe it was on your schedule, if I remember right, but...
You're a certified dreamboat. Yowza!
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I just got lucky.
And here's our winner!
Who could be?
Kid, you're slicker than snot on a doorknob. High score! Better a witty fool than a foolish wit, huh?
What an insane victory.
Wow! Our winner
Anyway,
has
it's Jim
destroyed
Stockton.
the competition. This loss will certainly
Against
shame
all
them and their
odds.
families for generations to come.
And the cool thing is, I have not seen a clip, rewatched a clip yet, so there's got to be tons of clips. What I would like them to do is keep adding more clips. That would be kind of cool. Like if it, stays popular enough, like they keep adding more clips that are more current. But I know that they have to do where it's not copyright issues, I'm sure. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed, Alurin. Thank you for coming
See you
out.
next time on What the
What the dub? I hope you enjoyed it. You did miss our Sword documentary, probably on Archives. You can watch it. Hopefully, it won't get a strike against me on that one. But worse, I think they'll just warn me. So, but it is George Takei was the voice narrator. It was actually really interesting. It was all on how they used to make a samurai sword. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I always enjoy your streams too. So, like I said, I don't think I'll be on tomorrow. Probably because, you know, with tattoo, I'm gonna probably just rest and recuperate afterwards. But I probably will be on next week, or if I'm gonna be on tomorrow night, I will take a look at my I was busy with Final Fantasy stuff all day. No worries, gotcha. Hey, Win. Sorry, didn't get a chance to come back in time. But of course, you know, I was the victor on that one because by default, since you two had to pop out. But rightfully so, since the router went down, which I completely understand. No, you're all good. But I am going to end it here for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would like to play What the Dub again. That was a lot of fun. And sorry you missed the Samurai Sword by George Takei narrating. It was very interesting. We watched the movie. I'm sure Smiley Ant can tell you about that. Or you can go into my archives and watch it too. So thank you so much for coming out, guys. It was fun. And I will see you guys on the flip side when I will show you my new tattoo. Alright, until then, guys, let me see if there's somebody to raid really quick. Let me take a quick look. And we'll put it on stream ending soon here. Let's take a look. No, there's really nobody out there, so I'm just gonna leave it here for tonight. Alright, guys, you have a great night and take care of yourselves, and until next time, I'll see you on the flip side. Till then, Sword Vaz out. Bye, guys.